Hello and welcome everybody to this video of mine, top 5 reasons to start playing Splinterlands today. Timing is everything. I'm your host, Axler Twinblade is my Splinterlands in-game name. I go by nfoGuides or nfoGuides on Twitch and YouTube. And so with this video, we want to go over and just kind of I want to explain to everybody why I feel this is a great time to start playing Splinterlands. Or if you already have Splinterlands assets, why it would be a great time to come back to the game. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. So we'll turn that off. Okay, so Splinterlands. Those of us that have been here for a year or more, all of us are starting just to look at things and we like to just grumble about things, spread salt about things. Hey, we got a chatter in the house. How you doing there, birds, bees, and trees? I'm just going over the top 5 reasons why I believe it's a great time to start playing Splinterlands, or if you own assets, why you should come back to Splinterlands. So the first thing I would like to go over is the token prices. A lot of us that have been here for a while, we've seen all the token prices just from our perspective plummet and go low. Now, I'm going to ask everybody to walk away from your deck, walk away from your involvement in Splinterlands, and just kind of take a look at this as if you are a brand new player looking to get into Splinterlands. Looking at the game from that perspective. New player, you have nothing in the game yet. Why would you want to get involved? So let's take a look at token prices. Again, from a new player standpoint. If we look at the governance token, it's at 1.9 cents. But if we go down here and we expand this chart to 7 days, you can see we're on this nice steady incline. But even if we go out to 14 days, you can see the game is definitely on a nice 2-week stretch. You might not know why. And I'm going to say don't use your perspective of being in Splinterlands for a long time to say, yeah, but no, don't do that. Just look at, the token looks like it's on a nice, slow, steady climb. Even if we go out to 30 days, you can see, okay, it went down a little bit, but it's even picking back up. So from the SBS token, if you really zoom out, you can see, okay, it did drop quite a ways. But that just tells me there's a lot of financial gain that it could come back to. And you go further out, and it's the same thing. You can see, at one time, within the last 180 days, it was at least double its current price. And we go out to the max, and of course, everything looks really small here. But don't look at that. We got in at a perfect time, those of us that have been here a while, and we saw these outrageously nice spike of a bull run, and we've been in a bear market ever since. So don't look that far. Just look at, you're just now looking to get involved. It looks like we've come to a valley, and we're going to start heading back up. So that's the SPS token. It's dirt cheap right now to pick up SPS tokens. And even when you do look at the long term, it's almost the cheapest it's been ever. And, if you would have gotten it, in the past week or so, you would have been able to get it at its cheapest. So there's that token. Now let's take a look at the Dark Energy Crystal. And again, as a new player, it doesn't look pretty here. This one looks pretty bad. But dig further. Let's go into the game and let's look at, not land, but the market. So now if we look at the market, we've got SBS originally dropped a long time ago. Let's see, almost 2 full years ago. SBS originally dropped. I'll go back to the chart here in a moment. So if we look at cards in the game on the market that are for sale, let's look at just all cards. You can see there's so many of these cards that are just 1 penny. But let's say you're somebody that plays not SPS, but trading card games, and you know you want to get the highest level card. So if you come in here and you look at the max level price, even when looking at max level price on cards, you can come in here and see, oh, $3 a card, $3.50, $3.50. So you could come into Splinterlands today and pick up a bunch of cards at maximum level right off the bat for what I personally believe is dirt cheap. So the card market is perfect for a new player. Yes, it's extremely low value cards right now, but that's what makes it a perfect time for a new player to come in, because when you look at the price of cards being so low, in some aspects, the only place it can go is up from here. So jumping back to birds, bees, and trees, your question here, SPS originally dropped, when was this? Yeah, so 2 years. July 25th of 21. That's when SPS dropped. And that is also when the Untamed card set started to sell, was selling out at that same time. So for a new player, my first top reason is, with the tokens being as low as they are, you need the SPS token now to help your rewards. So this is a perfect time to get in, because you can pick up SPS. $10 in SPS will get you like pretty much max rewards in all of bronze. Get $20 of SPS and you got max rewards pretty much for all of silver. It's, in my mind, it is dirt cheap right now to get in and start off on a very strong footing. So that's the first reason, is I think the tokens are at a good point. And back to dark energy crystals, yes, it's really low. Well, that's good. If you're buying stuff on the market, you can go pick up DEC for less than peg. It's supposed to be, a dollar per thousand, and right now, if you buy it, you're going to get a lot more than 1,000. When you drop $1, you're going to get, like, we'll say 1,200, rough math. Well, here, yeah, 1,274. So if you buy up some dark energy crystals, it's just going to give you more buying power to pick up cards off the market. So for me, the tokens say it's a great time to buy because I can get a lot for my money. Again, new player perspective. Now let's take a look at some of the next things that are getting ready to come out. Okay, land phase 1.5 is getting ready to come out. And if we look at the land phase, it's dirt cheap to buy land if you wanted to buy it. Let's say you don't really want to buy it, but as long as you're smart enough being a crypto game and you do some research, you come in here and you see that for all these plots of land, to put a card on here, you're going to need 10,000 DEC per max level card per plot of land, which is $50 of DEC per plot of land. And you look at all this land that's for sale, every one of these needs $50 of DEC. Now take a look back over here and look at how low DEC is. It's a perfect time to start getting DEC, knowing that, let's say You believe land is going to come out in the next 2 months. Buy some DEC just because now it's on discount. Land's going to come out. Not only is it going to require tons of DEC, so the DEC price is going to start going back up as people put land to work. On top of that, they're going to need cards off the rental market. So the prices of cars are going to start going back up, which means the token price of DEC is going to go up, which means the only way to get DEC is to burn SPS. If you start burning SPS, the value of SPS is going to start going up. So, in my perspective, I cannot see how the tokens from this point going forward are going to decline once these next few things hit. Land phase 1.5 is going to be the biggest catalyst, in my opinion. And that's going to just start making, I'm not going to call it a flywheel. I'm just saying people are going to buy this stuff, use this stuff. It's going to have nowhere to go but higher. Okay. And then, again, sometime in the next month, we hopefully will see tower defense come out. So this is the third reason. Maybe it's the fourth. I've lost track of my reasoning. But here is the third reason to look at the bright future for Splinterlands. Yes, this game is not the same. Yes, it has different card packs. But knowing that it is a different style of game that shows some animations is going to attract a completely different audience. And we know it's going to also have a nice tokenomic system, as well as at some point we will be able to stake our Splinterlands cards on these towers. So we know when this comes out, there's going to be more eyes on Splinterlands, more chances for, let's say, FOMO to start in if they start seeing these tokens over here start to do a steady climb. They're not going to spike. Don't think that they're going to spike. Just look at them as they're going to do a steady climb. And with the tokens doing a steady climb, if we start getting new eyes on the game, you know, there's going to, some of those people are going to get caught with the FOMO aspect. And so then that brings us to the fourth big thing that I think is going to also drum up even more attention is Goals Genesis League Sports. Now, this one's probably the furthest one out because with Genesis League Sports, it is a completely different style of game, but it is a trading card game. Now, the biggest reason I think this is still a huge benefit is because as you are playing Splinterlands, eventually you should realize that every time you stake SPS, if you come over to this game, you get free tokens. I literally have only 2 packs in this game that I've opened. And where are they at? Okay, so there's the cards I got in this game. That's it. That's all. The rest, I have 12,000 tokens. 100% of these tokens came from Splinterlands because I staked SPS. So now I've got 12,000 tokens in a completely different game. I personally am not a soccer fan, but I tell you what, I'm going to check this out more and more once this game releases. And this game is due to release in the next we'll say 2 months. So we have token prices at an all-time low. We have a land feature, which is, in my opinion, only going to make things go up across the board at a slow, steady rate, not a spike. And then you have Soul Keep, Tower Defense, which will get more eyes on the project. And if the tokens are on a steady climb, you're going to start getting some word of mouth and FOMO. And you're also going to then have GLX and the Genesis League Sports hit. And people are going to start realizing they're getting free tokens over in this ecosystem. And if they're playing in Genesis League Sports, they might head over to Splinterlands just to get some SPS to get some free tokens in GLX. So you combine all these aspects together from a new, hey, Skyer's in the house. From a new player's perspective, we have got everything in Splinterlands is primed for a nice, slow, steady incline of all Splinterlands assets from my perspective. You've got the SPS token already starting its slow, steady climb. I don't see this as going downhill. I see this will climb and it might plateau, but it's not going to go back down. You've got dark energy crystals dirt cheap right now. I'm going to chalk that up to as people like myself. Because land phase 1 or land in general has been delayed so long, I haven't bought up any DEC for my land plots, but I need it. And so as soon as I have a release date for land phase 1.5, I'm going to be buying some DEC. I think there are a lot of us in the community that will do the same thing. And as a new player, if you get some now, huge benefit. Then we walk over and you want land. The prices of land are just remarkably cheap. Just astounding. When I bought land 2.5 years ago, I bought it for $20 a plot. And it did nothing forever. And so to actually be able to come into a store and see it and know that it's already more tangible than when I bought into it, hands down, it's the way to go. I cannot see any way things don't go on the steady climb up. So from a new player perspective, time is running out. You want to get involved now, because the more you get yourself involved now, the higher your whatever you can put in the game, the better yield you're going to get over the next, we'll say, 9 months to a year. This feels a lot to me, or the game feels a lot to me, just like when Untamed was getting ready to sell out. When Untamed was getting ready to sell out, it felt a lot like it does right now. Oh, look, card prices. Again, Untamed wasn't sold out yet, but card prices were down in the pennies. You could get things pennies on the dollar. And it felt like, why would people buy these? They're so cheap. Who needs all these 1-cent cards? Now all those 1-cent cards have been combined and all this kind of stuff, and they're much more rare. And those 1-cent cards, yeah, some of them are, 10 cents to 30 cents. But again, 10 cents on a 1-cent card is huge. So Splinterlands right now feels the same way to me. It feels like right before Untamed sold out. Now, the bull market hit at the same time. That's not going to happen right now, but a slow, steady climb is going to start to happen. You get yourself into the game now. You get yourself whatever you can leverage. Don't break the bank. I don't want people to do that, but if you think you can, get involved or put a little bit more dry powder here or there, I think you will benefit from it greatly over the next 6 to 9 months. I think a lot is going to change. I think for the better across the whole game. So that's pretty much the topics I wanted to cover, is why I believe this is a perfect time to start playing Splinterlands without having the glasses on of somebody who's played for the last 2 years, and I've just witnessed things decline, and I'm upset. No. Take that perspective away. Put on a fresh pair of shoes. Look at the game. I think it's very much so primed for a nice, steady increase in all aspects. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me there, birds, bees, and trees. Skyer, thank you so much. I am also going to say, if you leave a comment on this video and you like the comment, sorry, let me rephrase this. Leave a comment on the video with your IGN, and then also have the comment be, more than just your IGN. Do you agree with any of these topics? Do you think I missed a topic? But if you leave a meaningful comment and like the video, I will gladly send you guys a card. Not just those watching live, but also those that leave a decent comment afterwards. So like and subscribe, check it out. I definitely want to give a shout out to Birds, Bees, and Trees and Skyer in New Jersey here for being live on stream. Let's see, we got a question here. Which cards would you buy? Let's see. Okay. As a new player, okay. What's a good entry level to buy? Okay, so if I were to say I'm a new player, what would I be looking at? My strategy with Untamed / when Chaos Legion came out seemed to have worked well for me. The initial goal is it has to be... Oh, nice! Stever's here. Welcome, Steve. So yeah, I was just going over my perspective of why I think it's a great time to get into Splinterlands. If you take off your shoes of somebody who's been here for 2 years, and you put on shoes of you just walked in the door, you know no history of the game, you don't know any of the reasons why people are complaining, you just look at the game from afar, there's so many good things from my perspective. Tokens, dirt cheap, starting a steady climb. Yes, DEC is dirt cheap, but if you take a look at all the land and what Phase 1.5 is supposed to be coming out, the cards for sale on the market are going to start becoming more rare. Prices will go up because of the DEC staking, which is going to make DEC start to go up. And again, not a spike, slow, steady climb. Then you got Soul Keep coming out. Then you got Genesis League Sports, which gives you free tokens just for staking in Splinterlands, which is now a requirement if you want to get your maximum earnings. I see no downside as a new player coming into this game. You have no skin in the game yet. It is a perfect time to jump in there and, play the game for what it is, not what it was. Play the game for what it is. And I think if you jump in now, you are going to be very surprised of what your assets will become over the next 6 to 9 months. With all these things coming out, I feel there's only room for things to go upward. So back to the question of what cards would I buy if I was a new player? What worked the best for me is, let's come over here to the market. And a new player, I'm going off the perspective of they don't know the difference in levels of rewards just yet and all that. They just know they want to climb the league ladder. So we know that they need the summoners. And I personally believe the best, a starting level. Level 3 summoners is pretty easy to get to. So I would say come in, buy a level 3 summoner for each splinter, so you have at least something that will let you play higher monster cards. Then, after you have some summoners, the next thing I did, and again, I'm not saying this is right, but you get free starter cards to play with. So that's Untamed, that's Chaos Legion, common and rare cards. So what I did is I focused on buying the epic and legendary cards. Again, at a level 3 summoner, you only need a level 2 or a level, I think at most a level 2 epic. So 40 cents. So I started buying up all the epics and legendaries to start with, because now they gave me all the starter cards, which were free, and I now have all the epics and legendaries, or quite a few of them, so I can win more battles. So that's what I would recommend to a new player, is grab up. Yeah, you could focus on only 3 splinters if you didn't have the dry powder to go into all of them. I personally went for all splinters at the same time because once the rules start getting split up, I wanted the ability to go into a match with reasonable idea that I could win a fight. So, but yeah, limiting yourself to a specific splinter or 3 would be good. But here's the thing. As a new player, you wouldn't know what splinters you like to play yet. And when you're only looking at like epics, a level 2 will cost you 40 cents, 40 cents. The first 3 epics here, right? The first 4, well, I'd even go farther than that. The first 6 epics that are listed here for 40 cents, every one of those can be a clutch card. Every one of those. Why wouldn't you want those? But again, let's see. Since Stever just got here, if you guys like the video, and leave a comment with your IGN on the video, I will go ahead and send you a card. I'll use my spinner to pick a card and send it out to you guys. Off stream, of course. And then, anybody who watches this video later will also get that same benefit. I'm looking for meaningful comments. Did I miss something? Or do you think I'm way off on a particular item? All I ask is that you look at things from the perspective of a new player, not the perspective of, hey, I have been playing for 2 years, and I've watched the token go from 35 cents down to 1.5 cents, and insert dump trucks of salt here. Now, try to look at it from a new player perspective. Are there other aspects that you think would be beneficial for a new player that maybe I didn't cover here? But that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys for hanging out in chat. It was nice to catch a couple of you guys live. You need should I come up with a Barons Toolbox node license? Just kidding. Barons Toolbox, I'm still waiting for Google to approve the last update. Oh, and if you guys are watching this, you're seeing the update that's waiting for Google. The minified filter set here on the card market and the card rentals, that's Barons Toolbox. I added to the menu item here under market, there's an SPS market tab now, so you can go straight there. Proposals, I added an icon right here for proposals. So you can click on that and go straight over to the proposal screen. And if there's a proposal you need to vote on, there will be a little flag up here in red saying that you need to vote on a proposal. Nice. Birds, bees, and trees. Where are you moving? Are you just moving a short distance? Are you moving cities, moving states, countries, planets? I've got some cool things that I'll leave that at the end here for alpha. Tomorrow, Monday, I stream from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and I have been informed I am giving away 2 land plots on my stream besides the Summer Summoner giveaways. And for the second hour of my 2-hour stream, I will be hosting Yabamat. And right after me, Rogue Patton will have Yabamat for a second hour. So Yabamat will be on, and he will start on my stream for the last hour and be on Rogue Patton's stream for the first hour. And Stever, definitely, I'm going to be buying up that DEC. I am just waiting for them to give a release date. As soon as I hear a release date, then I will buy. Oh, nice, Stever. I gotta go check that out because I feel the same way. I just don't feel there's going to be a spike. Like when a new meme coin comes out, that first day that everybody is excited, it just spikes through the roof. Then everybody hits the top and the smart ones sell off and leave us dumb ones, me, holding the bag as I ride the roller coaster back down that hill. But I see SPS token already did that when Untamed was sold out and that bull market hit. So this time around, I see SPS and, well, DEC will bring itself to peg, but I see SPS doing a nice, slow, steady, sustained climb. I don't see it ever falling. I see at most it will just plateau. I am having, I was informed, I have Yabamat on my stream tomorrow night. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern is when Yabamat will be on my stream. And I stream from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. So Yabamat will be on my stream tomorrow on Twitch. And then Yabamat will stay with the stream as it switches over to Rogue Patton, and Yabamat will be with Rogue Patton for the first hour of Rogue's stream. Hey, Harriton! How are you doing, Harriton? I just got done going over some of my reasons why I think this is a great time for a new player to get into Splinterlands. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Since we have a live audience, I'm just kind of streaming here and continuing the stream for a little bit. And yeah, I'm open for any questions, comments, conversations, you name it. You see us going up a lot more, and oh yeah, you see us going up a lot when more catch on that it's burned to go up and stake DSC BSUD 12%. Yeah, I can't see the tokens doing anything but a slow, steady climb. Obviously, DEC will do a slow, steady climb to peg and then level out. But after DEC levels out, that just is more gas, fuel, gunpowder to be dumped onto the SPS token. So I will be giving out it's Yaba Matt's stuff that he's giving away. I have 2 plots of land that I will be giving out on my stream tomorrow night on Twitch, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern time. So be there. If you have questions for Matt, I really don't know what the conversation is going to be. I've got a couple of my own questions, but yeah. What do I think about others coming into the game? Well, that's kind of what this video started out about. Is I personally think it is a great time for a new player to get into Splinterlands. Everything is dirt cheap, but on top of everything being dirt cheap, everything is also primed over the next 2 months to start a slow, steady climb. We're already seeing it with the SPS token because of the staking for rewards. And it's just a perfect time for everything just to start going up. And the little subtitle on this video was "Timing is Everything." I think between now and the end of July is a prime time to get into Splinterlands. After land phase 1.5 hits, Tower Defense comes out, and maybe Genesis League Goals comes out. We'll say that's in the next 2 months, all this hits. I would almost say you'll be shooting yourself in the foot wondering why you didn't buy in sooner. Again, not financial advice. I only have 12 plots of land, but I moved in with I moved into Ganks territory. Heriton, you've got 2 plots. That's cool. 2 plots is, you know, I from what I've seen, I got 12 plots of land, and I'm going to struggle to actually put all 12 plots to work due to the amount of DEC I have to get. How does SPS renting work? Right now, it's a wonky system. So I don't know if you use Heriton. I don't know if you use my Barons Toolbox or not. If you use Barons Toolbox, I put a little icon here, or sorry, a menu item right here now in the market, where you can just click on SPS Market and it'll take you there. If you don't have that, you gotta limp your way around everything. You gotta come over here to the battle screen. You gotta hit Manage. Then you come over here and you gotta say, oh, you got to hit buy or rent. Well, you want to rent some, but now you got to come up here and hit the back arrow so you can actually see the market. Once you're on the market, you can see all the bids here. So the biggest thing, since I don't need to rent SPS or all this kind of stuff, I believe the best way to explain how it works is you basically say how much you're willing to pay for how much SPS. The reason it lets you split these up is because if you did it as one big lump sum, maybe there's some players out there that don't have, 30,000 SPS to delegate you or rent to you, but they do have 2,500. So what you can do is you go over here to the market and you say incoming. No, sorry. Do they not have a way to get back to the rent? Oh, request SPS, sorry. Okay, so you request SPS. You say, okay, I need 1,000 SPS and how much are you willing to pay per day. And so you say, I'm willing to pay 1 DEC per day. That'd be 7,000 DEC over the next 7 days, because it's a 7-day minimum and maximum rental period. So if you're willing to pay 1 deck for each SPS, it would be basically $7 for 7 days. Now, that's why you see most people saying, I'm not paying that much. I'll pay 0.001. And now they're basically saying, I will pay you 7 deck for 1,000 SPS over the next 7 days. It's a total of 7 DEC. So that's how it works, and it is very bizarre. They needed something. This was a quick minimum viable product, or MVP, solution. Hey, Pepe, Sylvia, welcome to the YouTube stream here. Tomorrow's Tesla's birthday, awesome. And Skyer, yes, I think Gank will be a good region. What do they call them? Not Emperor. I forgot the titles that they give them. Anyway, Sentinel, I think. I think Gank will make a good Sentinel. I think his region will be steadily on the growth cycle. I don't see a lot of his members or his memberships that he lets into his area becoming stagnant or unused. So I'm hopeful it works out being in Gank's region. Yeah, I can't remember what the levels were. It could be Ambassador. Yeah. I was disappointed when they didn't call it. They didn't have a title of Baron, or like Land Barons. Okay, well, I appreciate everybody stopping out, hanging out, and chatting with me here on YouTube. Again, when I do my video contents on YouTube, I'm going to do this format where I'm just going to go live and record my video. But if I have an audience, I'll stick around and talk when I can. But I do have to get ready for something else here in about a half an hour. So I'm going to end it here shortly. In about 2 minutes, I'm going to call this video done as I get ready for... I got to basically talk with Rondon in a half an hour about setting up for Yaba Mat on my stream tomorrow night. They would trade a Rooney for some plots, but only if the value of those plots was equal to or greater than the value of the Rooney. And even then, they would probably want a higher cost, you know, a higher profit on the land plots than the Rooney is worth. Well, thank you, Birds, Bees, and Trees. Glad you could hang out. Hareton. Oh, the extension. Let me see. I got a link right here. This is the Barons Toolbox Chrome browser extension. Did that go in or did it get nixed? Well, interesting. I didn't know YouTube chat would block that. Oh, there it goes. Whew. That's the extension right there. And go ahead and get yourself a copy. It's absolutely 100% free. It does all these things here at the top. When you get it and install it, you want to make sure you go into the settings. So this is the Brave browser. You'll come over here, you'll pin it so it's easier to find. You'll hit this icon, and this is all the things you can turn on or off that Barons Toolbox does for displaying items up here and everything else. So make sure you do that. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. hit the bell icon so you're alerted when I do these live streams next. And we'll steadily grow this. And I am also giving away a card if you guys leave a comment on this video and put your IGN in the comment. Make it a meaningful comment. I will go ahead and send you a card from my spinner. It'll be a rare or epic card, and I will do that later this evening. So I appreciate it. Oh, and I will also do that for any future person that sees this video and also puts a comment on there. So thank you everybody for hanging out. I appreciate the live chatters. It's been great, and I will be on Twitch streaming on Splinterlands TV tomorrow from 7 to 9 p.m. Thanks, Harriton, for stopping by. I appreciate all of you. Birds, Bees, and Trees, Stever. Let's see, Skyer's in the house. And then there was also Pepe. Sylvia was here earlier. So thank you all for hanging out. It's been great. I've got to end the video here. So peace until next time. It's been fun.